Hello and welcome to Tales Across Time and Space. I'm Thomas, your game master, and I'm joined by Crystalum Kitsune.
Hi, I'm Crystalum Kitsune, and I'm playing Lara the Mystic.
And I am also contractually obligated to entertain Xistund.
Hello, I am Xistund, and I have murdered someone today.
Not yet, we haven't rolled the dice.
Okay, I will murder someone today.
So it was evenly, because honestly, we were seeing like half of them.
Anyways,
I'm playing the. I'm playing the discarded.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it right.
I am joined by and I am standing with a person here who is vaguely familiar. It's Janie SP.
Hey, it's me, Janie SB, and I'm playing Genox, the Linksmith, who is very confused.
Or the dead.
And maybe dead. Well, not dead, but
Maybe both.
Soon to be dead.
Lastly, I have no more ideas. It's Radical Dishonesty.
hi, I'm Radical Dishonesty. I play Sohoy, a chosen person.
Chosen person.
That's it, yes. A person of
Not
chosenness.
the chosen bunny.
No.
Yeah, today we're playing Interstitial
Chosen
Logos. Sorry, for some stuff updates. Reminder, we are going to be taking a brief hiatus for the next 2 weeks due to a vacation here. Also, I apologize for the audio issues from last week. I don't know what was going on with OBS on that one. I know what setting fixed it, but I don't know why leaving the setting on to monitor and have output caused it to produce no output.
Wait,
So-
there was a sound mess up last week?
Yeah, they couldn't really hear us.
Okay.
Thank you to the chat for eventually alerting us to this fact. So
Yeah,
yay!
please keep it up. Next time you're on the chat and you can't hear us at all, please let us know.
Yeah, he was new, so he didn't he didn't realize the voices that were missing. So
Yeah. I'm saying if you can't hear anybody.
yeah.
Right. Oh, I actually do. I shouldn't have said that before. Oh, well.
What?
Someone was complaining that they couldn't hear me on some of the early episodes.
Oops. Oh boy.
We just need to be on top. Us as players can help you out with that a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm actually listening to the thing right now.
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, sorry about that. Glitches happen, unfortunately. I really should, since I'm running this on my desktop, I should see about how much it would take to also record it locally, so I have a backup in the case.
Yeah.
Future proofing.
Obviously, it was the enemy type that was messing with your recording.
Anyways, with all that out of the way, last time, let's see, because you had just, we had opened up with Kay having pulled up the sword out of the stone incorrectly, causing a giant hole to erupt out of the sky. The sky had shattered into a rift into the aggressive nothingness. You guys, some of you spotted a figure going. We're trying to chase a trail of one that has been referred to as Master Leonel. I'm not 100% sure who is familiar with it, who actually knows the name and character at this point, but that's what I'm going to refer to him as. You guys ended up fighting against the Hollowed inside the Camelot Castle itself, only oh yes, that's right. Genox was doing some light foo, and then suddenly it screamed, which, yeah, that's a thing they could do, and erupted wings of jagged light from what looks to be wounds in its back. The group pulled a Sir Robin on the situation and decided to run out from it as it kind of was chasing them down.
How was that Sir Robin?
You bravely ran away.
Well, brave Sir Robin.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's a Python reference.
Yeah, I don't understand Python reference.
Anyways.
The Ministry of City Lock will need to hear about this.
Okay.
What?
The Ministry of Silly Walks needs to hear about this.
No, I'm just trying to get my focus back here.
Okay.
You guys kind of arrive. You arrive back at the sword in the stone, trying to put it back in, only to witness that Sir Kay had, along with the sword that was in the stone, had been turned to a black substance that you know from running across a random stable person when touched turns to dust. Apparently, though, Xistund doesn't care for that or all the other crap going around because he basically grabbed the sword and chucked it so hard at the flying hollowed that it was banished back into the realm which it came. Only for the Forgotten Master who orders the... Oh, that's why Remnant sounded familiar. It's the organization that you two are technically part of.
That's right.
Xistund and Janox, not the band. And so he...
I think they are a band.
Yes, U2 is a band,
I don't
but...
mean you two, I mean Xanax.
That's a fusion name, thank you very much.
Was I trying to come up with a ship name there?
It's ship or a fusion.
Baby, Laura, do you have some shipping issues you need to work out here?
Jane's trying to say something and I can't hear it.
I heard it fine.
Oh, okay.
So that's something on your end then. But yeah. Only for the Forgotten Master to show up applauding sarcastically and gave Xistund an ultimatum. Due to the risks, due to some complications involved, he ordered, in exchange for basically release from any service, he ordered him to destroy the replica. And proceeded to high-velocity shank Janox through the heart? Question mark? We're about to figure out how that all shakes out here in just a sec.
So you say I got shot through the heart, and it's too late.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
Which brings us to today's episode. We've got time to kill. So, all right. So now that we are actually resuming time from the first, which I consider to be the first time we've done an actual cliffhanger, not just like, oh hey, this is leading into stuff happening next week. I'm gonna have you for. There's going to be a couple of rolls from you, Xistund, and maybe Janox. Honestly, I don't know where that's gonna go quite yet.
Have Xistund do his rolls first, so I know how to properly respond.
Oh yeah, no. I said they might come for you. First things first. I'm going to need you to roll plus heart to convince someone.
All right, plus heart. So my heart is
Strong.
0. So all right, just a plain roll. Five. I am going to re-roll that 1.
What link are you going to spend on that
Be
one?
smart idea.
Let's spend Stitch. Let's get rid of him.
Oh! The fluffiest voice?
He hasn't been showing up lately anyways.
To be fair, he left just before this world.
That would be part of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, he left and stole my ship.
I forgot
He took part of the ship.
He's busy. He's busy burning his bridges, so you better spend all those links now.
All right. So that's a 9.
Okay, so what you're basically how I'm running this is you're trying to get them to believe that this is you have actually at least genuinely killed Janox, or at least attempted to do so. So on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but they need some clear assurance or evidence first. Which brings us to probably will be your second roll here.
All right.
I'm going to actually call this one a strike to subdue. For this.
Okay.
So the first one was convince somebody, where I will give you the complication of that, but I also need to know how dead is Janox right now? So roll plus mastery.
Yeah. Which I'm actually good at mastery.
Mhm.
So.
Mastery?
Mastery, yeah.
Actually, isn't it light? Or heart?
Dark.
No, it's
Dark.
light.
No, dark. Strike with intent is dark. Strike to subdue is master.
Okay.
Defend others is
Light.
Ah,
And I have a special ability that allows me to use light for attacks. For strike with
Okay.
intent.
Okay. So you get to now because technically you're that so I'm not gonna have you check the normal thing. I'm just forcing you to pick de-escalate the situation.
Okay, that's fine.
I figured that's the something from so you Janox is going to be knocked unconscious for the time being here, but notably unusually because this is unfortunately part of Kingdom Hearts physics. Janox falls over and leaves a body. So there is something weird, a little weirdness going on here, and that's what the Forgotten Master kind of saying.
What? So what happens is let's just do what is actually happening because
Okay.
I don't know what everyone's rolling out of character. In character, my character has seen the Forgotten Master say something cryptic about not doing something to Xistund, who then proceeds to fire chains directly through Janox's chest.
Yeah. The Forgotten Master specifically said, it has become a risk. I need you to destroy the replica. In exchange, you will be released from duty. Just
Okay.
keep doing what you keep doing whatever you are doing here. So that
And then he on Janox.
Yeah. Janox kind of just anime like oh god, I just got shot through the gut, wide eye.
What you say?
Wide-eyed, tiny pupils and irises.
Yeah, and like and then it cuts to just a like white background, black silhouetted as the chain kind of snakes past and then retracts through, leaving a nice little hole in Janox's form.
A hole? I thought you said something about there being a body.
Yeah, there's still a body. You can have a hole in a body.
There's a hole. Okay, when you
Yeah,
said
I
a
don't
hole,
really.
I was
Yeah, that's
thinking,
the
like, a
confusing
black
part. Is
hole.
that like there's a
When you
body?
said a
I'm like,
hole,
why would
I
there
was
not be a
thinking there
body?
was like a black hole, like under there, like there wasn't a body. There was just a
Oh,
hole.
No.
No.
No,
But yeah.
I guess the thing that confused me is that you said like there's a body. I'm like, why would there not be a body? You just hit somebody.
Because when people die in Kingdom Hearts, they like fade out.
Especially nobodies.
Especially nobodies usually start disappearing.
Oh yeah,
So
that's right. Nobodies
that's
do in
honestly
fact
the first
like
sign that he's actually
they
not
disappear
dead.
because when you destroy nobodies, there's a chance that they'll reunite with their heart and turn into a person again. That's right.
Now, do you think I would notice like the weirdness because I've dealt with nobodies before.
Yeah, like I'm gonna leave it up to you to decide on that one. I don't feel like that one actually. I don't feel like that one necessarily needs a roll because I feel like I don't want to just chuck dice for the sake of chucking dice.
I guess I thought like like a knowledge thing. This isn't Pathfinder, so you don't do knowledge rolls.
Yeah, because like you can deep dive. Well, actually,
deep dive.
Yeah, let's do a deep dive because there's more to the situation at hand than necessarily.
Are you sitting around and trying to figure it out?
I'm trying to figure.
Is that that's what your reaction is? Is confusion?
Why is the body still here, basically?
And just what's going on in this whole situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to introduce what the hell just happened. Because, like, okay, like, my trust for Xistund was actually starting to get better. Like, our relationship was starting to get better, but now, like, it's
now that you made it.
It's like, okay, you just, like, because, like, honor and all this stuff, like, I'm a knight, so, like, that's the stuff that's important to me.
Yeah.
So, the idea of attacking your own comrade, that's just a big no-no for me.
So roll plus your heart.
What's my heart?
-1.
-1.
This
By the
will
way,
end up
Daniel,
being I like honestly like.
Ooh.
By the way, Jane, I think you're spiking a bit or
10,
something.
So technically 9.
Okay, so you get to ask one of the questions.
Okay.
What can I use to blank? What here is not as it seems? What is the best way out of the situation? Who or what is the biggest threat here? What was done here recently?
Who or what is the biggest threat here? Why?
Oh, I have to actually think here.
Yeah, because
Yeah, there's a lot of
that-
high threat things happening
the
right
question
about
is, like,
now.
Who is the threat here? Is it Xistund, or is it the crazy guy who just showed up and told Xistund to kill him?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say yeah. No, the Forgotten Master is the threat here.
Yeah.
Like in terms of everything, like the only thing I was debating. Like if you had failed this roll, maybe I would have said, "Oh yeah, the Hollowed is back." You forgot. Could be a distraction, but no. Like that is what you.
Yeah.
The Forgotten Master is clearly the one pulling the strings here. Like Xistund did what he.
I'm getting Xehanort vibes, in other words, from him.
No, he's just the one that's basically has the power of the scenario. He gave Xistund orders and Xistund obeyed.
So I am kind of getting Xehanort vibes.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, I'm pretty sure Xehanort vibes doesn't mean like the biggest bad in the universe. It
Xehanort
means
vibes means someone is pulling the strings for some. Yeah, Xehanort vibes means Xistund is a freaking puppet in this scenario.
Funny enough, even though the one that is most like the puppet is the one lying on the ground with the hole in their chest.
right. Anyway,
Man.
my
Okay.
character, I get a reaction, right?
Sure.
Yeah, you can get a reaction.
That's right. I'm pretty much just gonna start straight up by yelling at Xistund.
Good plan.
I'm like,
I
what
like
did-
it.
what have you done?
Xistund's just going to be quiet, like, not say anything.
What have you done? I'm approaching. There's the Keyblade out.
Oh, I'm excited. This is gonna be like another like feelsy lecture, isn't it?
I mean, no, probably not. Are you still doing nothing?
Not.
No, I'm actually going to use my chains and throw you off the
Oh
away.
no!
Off the what?
Oh, sorry, I for some reason I pictured this on a roof or something like that. So.
No, we're like in a square because we're right by the sword and the stone.
We're in
To
a
be fair,
churchyard.
I feel like it is well within your power.
What you could do though is because there are like these like fences around like the sharp fences, you could throw him over that like gate.
Or put him or cage him up.
Oh
Yeah, I was thinking that, like, I'm just going to have my chains wrap you up in like a cocoon. That's basically what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Permission to react to that.
Okay. Well,
He has to roll to see if he succeeds first, and then.
Then I'll come up with a reaction.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out what the. Actually, you know what? Oh, remember everyone, the interfere action.
Oh,
Oh yeah, there's that,
I
isn't there?
forgot about the interfere action.
So, if you try to stop someone else's action by using surprise or force, roll with dark.
I want to do that.
So I'm gonna have the interfere resolve first.
Okay.
So roll plus 0.
Woo!
God, your dice. Okay,
What's the number?
2 6s. I don't think we
It's
need.
only
I
a
don't
9
think,
and a 6.
hun, it's a D6. It has no 9.
Oh, it's 12.
You did
What
this
did you
last
roll?
week.
Two
I'm sure you
nines.
put the number
What?
under there that I was like a 9 and a 6. I'm sorry. It was because I was looking for like the line underneath the 6 and it wasn't there, so I figured it was a 9.
Okay, so
But 12. I got a roll.
Okay,
12.
so how are you interfering with Xistund's attempt to capture, to cocoon and capture?
Blocking.
How are you
magic?
Okay, you're basically you're just trying to counter.
I think like a reflect, like a kind of like a reflecting spell.
Okay, I'll say
to, like try to shoot it back at him.
Okay, so Xistund, to do what you want to do here, you either have to push through stress to do it, or mark experience if you don't do it.
I think I'm going to mark experience and not do it.
Okay. So like you try to. I'm going to say you pull up the fence and try to wrap the thing, and then so Laura just slides in and just kind of just throws up a reflect like hex grit, the hex wall thing, and it just kind of bounces off. And like you dodge it yourself because you know what you're doing with this thing, but
yeah,
it's just like there, and it's like the Forgotten Master's just kind of like, look, it looks like you have your hands full with these guys.
Okay.
Don't worry about me. I think I'll just dispose of the remains here for you. Don't worry. As he picks up Janox's unconscious form, don't worry. You're off the hook now.
Anyway, straightforward. As basically after he attacks, it's permission for me to attack. So
okay.
Yeah.
I'm headed straight in with the keyblade hit. The question is, am I hitting? Am I attacking to hurt or attacking to not? Am I intent or not? It's probably to strike with intent, actually.
Okay. Roll plus dark or whatever you use, because I think you get to roll light or something. I don't know.
That's right. 7. So
right.
I get to deal harm and choose one. And in this one, it's going to be take control of the situation.
Okay. How does do you have an idea of how Sohei is like? What control do you want of this situation?
Well, I don't know. Like if Sohei were sensible, he'd be going for the master, but he's not. So
Angry.
he's just angry.
So
also, I didn't choose to defend myself from harm, so I'm eating a hit. I'm eating something. It's going to be something more like I'm going to be I don't know what control of the situation would it be.
Can I suggest something then?
Sure.
Basically, you basically have Xistund at your mercy, and you are in a position to demand answers from him.
Okay, yeah, that's probably like directly on top of him, the keyblade directly in his face. It's probably something like I rush him with the keyblade, and he probably does something to defend himself. Because I have to be hit in some way?
What I'm picturing is he kind of throws up his chains and tries to like kind of block you, but you just kind of power through them.
Yeah, I power straight through it. I bash him, cut his legs out from under him, but not actually cut his legs off. And then and at the end of it, I'm directly down with the keyblade.
You're Captain Morgan in me.
I guess.
I'm picturing you have like your foot on my chest, like keyblade, like right in front of me.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Keyblade directly down.
Yeah. So the Forgotten Master is opening a portal and is about to step through. Does anyone else want to do anything about that?
I'm gonna go after him. After the Forgotten
Master. My character is distracted.
Because right now I'm being the sensible one.
Yeah, and your eyes are on him because you realize he is the.
I've realized that he's the threat.
Yeah, that's right. You've realized he's the big threat. But for me, my character is the fact that he's the wild boy is coming back again.
You know what? Sure, we're doing this.
Yes.
I
fight.
So yeah, he just opens the portal and you just like, well, screw it, jump through, and that actually helps make. resolve some other issues I was going to have too. So we'll run with this.
Wondering what other issues those were.
Mainly how to get Janox back to the group.
Right. Okay. I thought it was issues with like my presence. But yeah,
no.
now we know how to get Janox back to the group.
Like, I'll say at a meta level, I don't know if I'm still unconscious during this thing, but I imagine even if I wake up, I'd like to play dead, because now I'm kind of confused about what's going on, and I'm kind of honestly willing to go with the, quote, master, just to see if maybe I can learn a little bit more.
Yeah. So we'll deal with where you guys... I want to do the confrontation between Sohoi and Xistund first.
Yeah.
No. This makes more sense story-wise. I was just stating if it made sense for me to rejoin, I actually would be perfectly fine playing dead.
All right.
So,
what does Sohoi ask of Xistund? Now that he's got him at his mercy.
I'm just like, what did you do? Why did you do that?
Is the master gone now?
Yeah, he is portal through, and I'm gonna say, Xistund, you do see this. You see Laura jump after him.
That complicates things. And I'm gonna turn to Sohoi and say,
I mean, you don't. What's that?
and what I did was called deception. Something that you lack.
Oh yeah, you do have that.
You mean the thing where you deceived us into thinking that you were allies with Janox this entire time? That deception?
No, the
Oh boy.
Sohoi,
There is some shade being cast on Xistund, and we're not talking about Sohoi's shadow.
Sohoi, you can tell when I'm lying.
I mean, that's not. I don't think that's supposed to be canon, but not canon, but as in like everyone knows that. But
I mean, you did it to me like twice, so.
Right, but it's just that my character got suspicious of you at the right time, like in character.
Yeah, and I'm perfectly fine with you ignoring the fact that you could technically tell what the...
I figure that it's like he's angry and confused,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
that would make sense for him to automatically not think about the fact that he can obviously tell when he's lying, because
that he can tell like something is not right here. Something is not right here. I'm like, explain yourself.
Fish.
So finish trying to be clever and explain yourself. Stop trying to be clever.
Yeah.
No, I like that sentence, actually.
He's trying to be clever!
That is actually a very Sohoi sentence.
That is a very clever
like a little awkward.
trying to be clever!
Right.
Right, if you can get off me, and I will explain.
I don't.
Alright. Gonna be difficult, eh? Fine. That person there was my boss. They basically controlled me. I mean, not literally, but, had my future in their hands. So, given the offer, I decided to play a little trick on them and pretend to kill Janox. I was not expecting them to take the body, or for Laura to follow them.
There was a hole. You had a hole through him.
Yeah, in their heart.
Doesn't exist.
My character is just like blinking like 404 404 explanation not found.
404 error!
It's like hold on, chugging. What?
Well, I'm a nobody. I don't have a heart. Janox is a replica of a nobody. So, assumably, they don't have a heart either. So, I missed all the vital organs.
There are no vital organs.
What was the deal? What was the deal about replica? All right, I actually get off. Like, okay, what's the deal about replica? What?
Alright, this is going to be complicated, so try to follow along.
There's no response. My character just kind of like looks a little sour, like he's been looking sour for a while. So
I'm just trying to think of like, how the fuck do I explain this?
We will cut to black.
Yeah.
We'll fade to black, and it'll be like, and that's the plot to Kingdom Hearts.
No, we're gonna fade to black because we're fading over to a little where the Forgotten Master ended up.
fade to black, and that's the plot of Kingdom Hearts. Wait, so if you can only time travel to where you've been, but
That's
if he
the
has
plot
there,
of
when did he
Kingdom
start the
Hearts.
time travel? When did that happen first? Hold on, why didn't they say anything about this one in the previous ones? The previous ones, things turn out like this wasn't true, but now the other thing's true. Was it?
Yeah, I love it. I was only going to state when Xistund, if he did actually go into the purpose of trying to explain at least what a replica was, that like I imagine like it would do that like cutscene overlay they kind of did in Kingdom Hearts 3, where he speaks over like old cutscenes of like showing some of the other replicas in that process.
Right.
But what we're doing is we're cutting over to the Forgotten Master
The
kind of
other plot.
Okay, this is where you find yourself. You find yourself in a dive to the heart.
Oh no. Ah.
You see the Forgotten Master laying down. Notably, this one is just white and blank.
Okay.
But you kind of land and you see the Forgotten Master kind of just setting down Janox's form, and it's just like kind of looks around. He's not actually looking at you at all. He doesn't seem to have noticed your presence.
Does he even realize I'm there?
Not as far as you can tell. You were something. You know, your original, I guess for lack of a better term, self, messed up so many memories. Changed them. Left quite a hole. That's a good thing about holes, at least I thought. Well, you can fill them with things. Like a mold. But sometimes, when what was removed for a reason. That's why you gotta go. You're making more problems than you're fixing. Sure, your connection to people's memories, that was useful. I mean, like, you could do stuff that even Nominate couldn't do. But you're distorting things. Again. Guess that's what your original tried to fix. This, like I say, nothing personal here. I have to keep things safe. You understand that too, don't you, Laura? He turns
dun, dun, dun.
to face you.
Mm-hmm.
So, see. He kind of looking. He kind of does the like, a hand in pocket kind of looks you over kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Knight of the table. Pair of twin siblings separated. Travel back in time. Ooh, daddy issues. Ugh. Those are never fun memories. See. Oh, and I'm not speaking about those memories. I'll let you keep those to yourself.
What?
You're trying to do the right thing. I can applaud that, but you're not going to stop me.
How do you know all that?
Your memories are like an open book to me. I am the Forgotten Master. I am not forgotten by some twist of fate. I erased myself. To put myself to step outside of memory, so I can make sure that things too dangerous to be remembered remain forgotten. That is why I had created the Janox you know here. That is why I rescued Xistund from a deserted island where he was sure to perish from thirst and hunger. They were people forgotten, discarded, or never meant to exist. I gave them purpose. And with no connections to attach to everyone, their work was meant to be unnoticed. But connections are forming. And that's why I figured it was time to let Xistund go. Besides, I'm pretty sure if I kept him on the payroll, he would try to kill me again. Seriously, the boy needs to do something other than shank you with his chains. He's getting predictable.
Are you a nobody?
No, I'm quite somebody.
I was like, that works out in so many ways.
As Lars just like, I am surrounded by idiots. Apparently nobody knows what a nobody is.
Look around you. Look at this. You're in a dive to the heart. The interpretation of one's actual heart. You know whose supposed heart we're in? Janox. It is blank. Not even a hollow where it once was. It is a blank slate. It is nothing. It is simply a canvas upon which I created a tool.
Because he's a replica.
Even a replica has more substance than this. He is an echo of a memory. Not even the memory itself.
That's not true.
Oh? How is it not true?
I've seen that it's not true.
You saw... Look, even nobodies I know can make the connections. They regrow the hearts. That's part of why the reason I had to let Xistund go. He was good. It was starting to form. Small. Very small. But still trying to come back. But this thing just... It's a mirror. It just reflects what you project into it. Sure, it has something resembling memories. It's hard to manipulate what you can't perceive yourself.
It's not all about manipulating.
I'm sorry I don't have the luxury you do. I have seen that thing. You've seen the hallowed shards. I know that. I've seen the memories. I was there when Xistund cast one back into the realm for the time being. I was there when the hallowed appeared. I've seen those things.
You know what they are?
The hallowed shards, they're just those lost to the true hallowed. The hallowed was one of my compatriots once. There were 4 of us, masters each of a part of the form. Master of mind to myself. But loss drove him to madness. And he thought if rather than feel this pain, it was so much more worthwhile to just cast off all connection. And unfortunately, people aren't made to do that. That's why I don't do this alone. I'm not stupid. But I keep it to a minimum. It is much easier to keep the hollowed in check when people don't know about it and don't snoop around it.
I think you're a little too late for that.
Am I? Why do you think I am so forthcoming with telling you all of this?
You're gonna erase my memory.
Oh, there you go, Koopy doll for the young lady knight.
Koopa?
Koopy doll! Koopy doll!
He pulls out a little plush Moogle actually for this show. It's a Moogle Koopy doll.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a Koopo doll.
Koopo doll.
Janice,
Was it one of those hooded Koopa? Yeah, the organization.
I'm gonna say Janux is actually conscious for most of this thing, so you are
Okay.
aware of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Jane, did you hear me?
Jane.
Yeah. I'll admit I'm a little distracted for a moment. So, in character.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't get all that, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's fine. Just let me repeat the
Okay,
whole
that's what
exposition
I
dump.
No, this makes sense. This could be where I wake up. I missed that lore expedition dump.
Yeah. You heard the. Why do you think I'm so comfortable telling you all this?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, that's the part you definitely heard. But please, give me one good reason why.
It's not gonna be that easy.
It's not going to be that easy.
No, it's not.
And what thing do you have up your sleeve?
Do you think you're the first person to try to erase my memory?
That character. Who has? Is there anything specific here?
I'm trying to think if there's anything specific, but I'm sure it's been a thing
Uh-huh.
because she is involved with Merlin.
Yeah. No. But then again, they weren't the master I am.
Ooh.
So trust me when I say this. The Lux and Umbra logos will stay forgotten.
What are the Lux and Umbra logos?
They have it was the stuff that Millen was talking about.
Okay. So we've heard about it.
I mean,
before.
it's still
Have I
in
heard about it
character.
before?
You were around when Millen was first talking to Sohoy about it.
Okay.
Be clear, I also
Okay, never
don't know.
mind then.
What were you saying, Brad?
I mean, it's also, super unknown. So, like, if you're like, oh man, what is it? Then
I think
still
it's not so
fairly
much that I'm
answer.
asking what exactly it is. It's more, what really is it?
Are you okay? Sorry.
Yeah, like, what is it really?
You
Okay,
don't know.
is it in-
It's
That's what I'm asking.
okay. You're asking
in character.
Yes,
Yeah,
She's
I would
asking,
like-
what is
that's
it?
what I'm asking. Like, that's not what I'm asking out of character.
If she's arguing for it this much on a roleplay sense, she could do a one of those roles that we're trying to use on the chart for.
It is something I would normally be doing, but at this point, I want there to be a leverage point. It just hasn't been hit the point where I feel like
It hasn't hit yet.
it's not at a point where she has a way to actually convince him. So that's more of the point. This is
Okay.
By the way, while this is going on, I would like to try to form something as quote let's just say a memory backup per se. Like the idea is, if he is going to read Laura's her memories, I'd like to make something covertly that I can store. That basically I can channel whatever memories he drains back to her.
Yeah,
Basically,
give me my memories back.
Yes, I think that is typically my one.
Jane, I am going to send you a message. So
Okay.
I have an idea. I want your approval on this before I go for it, but
But yeah, I was going to use apparition for my thing. Problem was what I was going for.
The magic.
Like if it really fits, I think
Why
the fit
is Red singing?
We were doing nothing. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to start singing. But as soon as I started trying, it was responses. Okay.
the fitting universe, I would make the argument that the thing I would be trying to make would be a wayfinder, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something small and symbolic in the Kingdom Hearts universe.
Yeah. So I will resolve your thing. I want to do one last bit of dialogue here first.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, I am not telling you because memories can be brought back, even if they're as hard to bring it back as what I have. But I will just tell you this: even the keepers of the books have no memories of it. I made sure of it.
I guess I'll just have to find out for myself.
All right, so, hey Jane, do you want to give me a roll plus mastery for that?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Nah,
Or
check
heart.
my map. My
I'll
heart
let you,
is
because this is kind of a crazy thing. So,
and I will totally be spending Link in the rare chance I fail.
yeah. Oh yeah, no.
So I don't end up with no memories at
nope.
all.
Yeah, that's an 11.
All right. So what was the last thing you said, love?
Then I'll just have to find out.
Yeah. Good luck with that. He snaps his fingers, and you fall down.
Oh no.
And as your vision starts fading, the last thing you see, well, at least you think you... I say this, the last thing you see, you're not going to actually be remembering this, is him just knocking the form of Janox off into the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wake up and you are lying on a street in Camelot.
Uh-huh.
The same one you've been in.
Okay, I was about to say, is this the same Camelot?
Yeah. And last thing you remember was Xistund knocking the hollowed back into the rift in the sky.
So basically the only thing that got erased was that conversation.
And the fact that Xistund totally shanked
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Also, you do not have any memory of the Lux Logos or the Umbra Logos.
Yeah. Basically that whole conversation.
You had your memory wiped of everything my character had. I've stopped paying attention for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Fun.
Okay, cut back over to that,
That tense fight.
Well, to the conversation, and you basically, Cliff Note version, Janox was more of a copy created by the holes that the original Janox left in people's memories.
How do you make a copy of things that don't exist?
I technically don't exist.
I mean, that's kind of poke. Seems existing to me.
It's complicated. Question is, what are we gonna do now?
Laura walks over to the thing, because I assume you were walking back to where you last remembered seeing everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, also, can you still see me? Where am I doing this? Just curiously now.
You are kind of... you're in a dive to the heart, but Laura's.
Ooh.
If we need a moment to cover what they are, that's fine. We can go back to them for a minute while we figure out exactly what we want to do with me.
I know what's going to result of this.
Oh dear.
No, don't worry. As I said, I'm patient with the plot. I was just making sure, like, oh, I looked up.
I mean, it sounds like we don't know what we're doing unless your thing is resolved. So,
well, I want to do. I think I have a good point where this is going to come back. So Laura has come back to you guys.
And I don't remember.
Just Laura?
Yeah, just me, and I don't remember what just happened, so I have no idea that Jane has been shanked.
I'm okay. Well, we don't know that yet. I'm like, Laura, where's Jane? Janox. We cannot hear you, Janox. Jane. We
Jane,
can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
I know that. I'm trying to be quiet because my character isn't in the scene.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I
sure.
can
It's
hear.
just
I
anyway.
can't hear.
I'm like,
They
Jane,
were just
where?
whispering.
Oh,
Where's
okay.
where's Janox?
Okay. Yeah. Wasn't he with you?
You're the one who went after him.
No, you're the one who went after him.
In character, you have no memory of this.
I know.
When
I know.
the forgotten master just went after the thing with the
Xistund
hole in the,
genocide.
and I attacked him. I point at Xistund. Xistund's probably either stood up or sit up at least because I'm not.
Soy, he's called the Forgotten Master.
So hoy. Come on.
Wait.
What did I call you?
You keep saying soy hoy. I'm like, what?
Soy boy.
I'm like,
no one in this
no.
group can get your name right. I keep calling you soy
No.
phone. You're soy hoy.
Right.
Hoy hoy.
Mm-hmm.
Though why could I feel like that's a thing that Xistund actually calls him in character? Soy
I
hoy.
mean, that would make maybe because his character is lactose. Who knows?
Anyway, as I was saying,
What does
he's
Xistund do?
I kind of give like a
What are you giggling
a
at?
thing where I kind of give this
Okay.
confused look at Xistund.
well. I mean, I bought my freedom.
I can't hear anything.
Are you not even hearing Dustin?
I'm not hearing that.
Hello?
Alright, you might want to
Hello?
restart.
Again.
Hello?
Yeah.
No, she was having trouble with her audio. I could hear you
Yeah.
still fine.
Right. But we need her because we're role playing
Yeah.
with her. So hold on.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you.
Said it involves...
I am explaining the situation here.
What the heck?
So yeah, I would look to Sohoy and say, you remember how I said he's the one who's kind of been controlling me?
I might need to exit out of Discord a second because Discord's acting funky.
Yeah, hold
Nope.
on. He's not.
Yeah. No, we're still not. Like, the mic, you're always going to hear her because she goes through my mic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, he manipulates memories, makes people forget things, changes things.
There we go. Okay. Someone say something.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, I can hear now.
Alright, so.
Okay, good. All right.
All right.
I kind of give a grimace and look over to Xistund because I'm like,
Yeah. Obviously, he has messed up her memories and erased what happened in their confrontation.
he could do that?
Yes.
Alright, so.
He's been doing it to me for the last...
Well, that means now you did
years.
wind up exchanging Janox for your freedom, didn't you?
Wait, someone erased my memory?
Cut to in the dive to the heart of Laura, where Janox is sitting there with a small ball of memories. And just like realizing that this fragment of yourself is probably the only bit of yourself that remains. Because he pulled a Bakura and put a bit of himself into Laura's heart with a backup of Laura's memories.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm basically falling through the abyss like Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, I imagine.
Yeah.
You now need to pick your weapon. Are you a sword user, shield, or staff? What's more important to you?
You know, like, if I had planned this ahead of time, there would probably be a bunch of tests where you try to see, like, if you can remember enough about Laura to put the memories back in the right order.
Oh god, I'm doing the 3 drops distance Rico thing, aren't I?
Kind of, yes, actually.
The problem with that is that they don't know much about my past.
I know.
That's why you're different than like Rico and Sora.
No one knows much about my past except for me. I've been very tight-lipped about my past.
Ironically, it's actually kind of inverse.
Hey, nobody knows a lot about my past, including me.
I think you just got one up there.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, at least I know about my own past.
Yes.
Right.
I'm tight-lipped about it. The only thing you guys know is that I've got some major daddy issues.
It is quite a thing to know, though.
I mean, I don't know what I know.
You've gotten to the point now where you know who my father is, at least.
Yeah, I'm going with this reasoning that ironically it's kind of the inverse of what the Riku Sora thing was. When Riku went through it, it's because he knew Sora for so many years, and then they kind of had, during Kingdom Hearts 1, started drifting apart a little bit and had a lot of separate adventures until Dream Drop Distance itself.
Yeah.
In this case, I'm coming in as someone who didn't know you before these events, and thus all I know about you is from those events.
Yeah.
From what we've experienced.
Right, but all
Okay,
you want
so,
to
like, you have
return
kind
is
of
like
try
the
to
last.
figure out, like, okay, this sounds like it could have happened first.
Well, yeah, right, but you only need to assemble like the last 30 minutes of her memory, don't you?
Well, there is another thing.
My guess is that the Forgotten Master tried to completely erase my memory, but the backup is why I still have it, right?
You don't have the memories. No, he was tailoring the memories.
I still know who I am.
Yeah, he didn't. No, he wasn't gonna wipe you clean because that doesn't work towards his steps. He just.
Oh, okay. Okay, so those memories are just for the last.
I'm asking too many questions. I just want to get her off my tail.
Yeah. All right. Okay. As you're seeing there, but you also you have the memories, and you're pretty sure that if you can get out, you can put them back in. But how do you get out of the heart?
You need to have a bad breakup.
You kind of look around, and you see kind of, you just kind of, are confused and such, and then you kind of just feel... I'm going to start with one of your locked links here, and you just see a, Okay, this can't be the right... 1 second here. Oh, that's why. Okay, my thing's not updating correctly. 1 second here. There we go. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong list of links. Okay.
Oops. That might be a problem.
Yeah. You first feel like I'm gonna a memory. Okay, I'm gonna kind of do this in kind of clip show format, where you're gonna go through some of your own memories here that are going to be represented by your links.
Okay.
What do you remember? A point where give me a memory. This could be something that even happened off screen a little bit. Of when Janox...
Actually, I think it'd be even cooler if it was off screen, because but
okay, you know what?
I'll just roleplay it then.
What?
We could kind of roleplay it then if it was something off screen.
Okay.
It would be newer.
All right.
Too.
I'm gonna have you set the stage for this, but then you guys will RP it. A point that where you were kind of relating to you saw yourself reflected in Lara. Where was this? When did this happen?
You said relating to Lara specifically?
Yeah, basically, a point that reflects a heart link.
Oh, okay. God, I'm trying to think of a good time that if there's any on-screen thing we did, or unfortunately,
we're making something off screen. So come up with something that could connect to something that we did on screen.
We're just to kind of narrow the focus. We're gonna do scenes just on the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's where the most
off-screen.
Irony would have been like irony would I have ideas of like when it could have taken place if it wasn't Laura, because like with Xistund and I probably have plenty of memories before we even got on screen. Or even with Snowboy, I could have also used stuff at like our time under the academy or whatever when we were there for a bit. But since Laura wasn't with us during that, I'm trying to think.
That's why it has to be on the ship because we've been on the ship. The ship was.
We've all been on the ship together, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. A situation for Laura. Never
Laura
offer advice.
Yeah, Laura. You can also say. You can also say. Yeah, why don't we have the person you're interacting with set the stage, and you can kind of determine, like, so Laura will have the stage set, but you will kind of start the ball and like kind of set the conversation.
Well, it'll be on the ship.
Yep.
Maybe on the way to I'd say leaving Beast Castle.
Okay.
So something more recent.
Yeah, so this was just after you guys kind of got beamed up and realized that the hollowed is a thing, so.
Mm-hmm. Because that's around the time that stuff about, like, my history started popping up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Trying to think, like, get myself in the mind space of, like, where we were exactly, where I was like, dang. You know, I was kind of looking forward to getting figure out more about that Bell girl. She feels familiar, and I don't know why. Dang ship. I like give like a small kick to like a nearby small thing. Try not to like directly image, but just a slight frustration.
Actually, you know what? I'm my brain is going in a different direction. I think I'm going to rewind it because I don't think this is necessary. It feels very awkward, and also this is not what I want. A phantom version of Laura appears before you instead of going back to the memories.
Okay. Alright. Wipe that clean!
Yeah.
Erase it from your memory!
Redo.
Retcon.
Oh. Yep, retcon. Alright.
Oh wait, we just switched to a final mix cutscene. Alright, so Laura, you're gonna play the Laura memory.
Okay.
So
I imagine like I've dived onto the ship basically is what you're saying. This is probably a phantom version of the ship, kind of like sort of had the
you're still basically her phantom just appeared on the dive to the heart.
Yeah. Laura? What are you doing here?
I don't
Did you mean what I said? You know, me being a real about me not being. I'm so confused right now. I'm gonna like just take a moment and just sit on the ground. I mean, I feel like. Hey,
this is just a very tricky scene to choreograph.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just.
Yeah, I know, honey.
Yeah, I'm confused because, you know, I thought.
Here's what I just want you to be kind of, for your projection, you're just going to be kind of questioning Janox, okay?
Okay.
Just kind of.
You're going to give me some kind of dive to the heart questions, which I may not realize until I interact with you. I'm having that kind of situation where it's like, wait, you're not real?
I've been having.
Right now, I might think it's actually her. Like, yeah, if you're going to give me those like, normal dive to heart questions, that would be totally, completely amusing.
Just kind of like Laura's questioning of Janox. That's kind of what we're going to go for with each of these.
What am I questioning, though?
Just like what questions like Laura, you feel like Laura would have about Janox. Like, wait, why? What? Just like things that Janox.
Who were you?
Who? Yeah.
Who were you? Not who are you.
Who was I?
Were you?
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Well, it's a little hard to remember, to be honest. But I mean, I used to be an opposing force for every good thing that happened, for every positive world that one me explored. I would come and exist to oppose. I was the one who would challenge, to conflict, to provide the perfect antithesis. And, I thought this time it could be different. I thought maybe, I could have a bit more of what you could call a heart. Ironic, considering, well, I'm not even a nobody. I'm apparently some duplicate program that some bullcrap experiment formed up just to allow me to be used by the Forgotten Master.
And a text on kind of a voice that is spoken but unheard. If this was an actual Kingdom Hearts game, it would be the text on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. No.
Yeah. Says, sorry, forget the phrasing. What do you see in the heart of Laura?
Wait, so you're telling me this isn't actually her? And what are you, formless voice? Huh?
It's a dream. You say you don't question it.
This is still my heart that you're in right now. This is my diary.
Answer
no.
the question.
This is the
That's
formless
hilarious.
voice that's in everything. Imagine that the formless voice is Merlin.
Or Mickey.
Mickey. No, it's Arthur. It's Arthur.
Anyways, it's a voice that speaks, but you do not actually hear the voice itself.
Sure. It's kind of just this feeling. I mean, that is one of those mysteries of Kingdom Hearts that never got explained. Like, what the frick are those formless voices that would randomly pop up sometime? Like, some of them you can insinuate into various characters, but others were like, even in Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora was like, what? Who is this voice supposed to be?
Anyways, we're getting off into the
I get
weeds
it.
here.
I've just got
Yeah. I mean, we've been off in the weeds basically.
Yeah.
Basically, it's since we started.
Back on track.
Back to the
My
game.
bad. Let me refocus here.
Yep.
So what was it asking me? It was saying, well, this is Laura's part. I'm like, well, wait, what am I doing here? I thought it was, falling into the abyss. Don't tell me I'm in a girl's heart.
You are.
That is, I mean, that's probably the closest I ever got to a girl. I mean, there's been a few girls I've been with in other universes, but, like, being the type of person I am, they were not the type of girl you probably would want to be with for
The
too
voice
long.
is saying, what do you see in Laura's heart?
Oh! Sorry, I'm rambling a bit. What do I see in Laura's heart? By the way, I'm curious, like, with the phantom version of her, did I land on, like, another platform, or am I just, like, falling through the air and she just apparates in front of me?
No, you're just on the platform. You just kind of awaken.
Is it still blank? I'm curious.
No, this shows Laura's dive to the heart kind of thing.
So I imagine there's images of, like, in addition to Laura, of course, being the main one, I imagine there's, like, Merlin, Archimedes, Arthur,
Merlin,
etc.
Archimedes, Arthur,
Axel.
Axel. Yeah, Axel.
Oh, Axel! That I'd actually be kind of intrigued by when I see that at the moment. I look over. Wait. I look over and I go, hold on, I think I know one of these people.
That's my brother.
Oh, okay. You know what? The voice is getting tired. Apparently, it was being apparently too subtle with you, and a giant mirror manifests in front of you. Except for instead of reflecting you, it reflects Laura.
Wait,
Your reflection is Laura in this mirror.
You're the.
I'll like move around for a moment.
Sass
Imagine the
master.
Laura images drink me. And then just for shits and giggles, I also even do like a pose for a moment, and I laugh. Huh? Okay, so I am Laura right now.
What do you
What
see
do I
in
see in Laura?
Laura's heart?
Yeah. Well, apparently I see. Well, me right now. Apparently, am I me or Laura? It was all very confusing. I've never delved into someone's heart before. Okay. Look, I'm dealing with a lot of baggage, okay? I just found out I'm not a real person. I'm not even a real nobody.
I'm never getting
So
my
excuse
memories back.
me. where I am still. I can't really decide who it is.
Are you
And
fans
see
of
who
Lauren
she
if you
is.
show up and bitch slap him?
Okay.
I mean, that's a pretty well character.
All right. Anyways, you look and you see suddenly you notice there is a thin, not in a romantic sense, there is a thin red thread going from your center to Laura's.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I kind of get where we're going with this. I like reach forward and I try to like string to gently try to see if I can touch the string.
Yeah, you can kind of figure it. It's taut. It feels like thin, like it could break, but it's definitely substantial.
So I'm linked with her heart right now? Okay.
Yeah,
This is interesting. I mean, I guess we've shared experiences now, and thus we are close. Hey, I'll say this is it's her, Xistund, Sohoy. I guess technically I have developed some what you could call friends. Huh.
The voice is just like, what do you see reflected in Laura's heart? Which I probably should have said in the first place, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
the voice doesn't actually happen later. I should have said this in the first place.
Yeah, no.
Is the voice saying that? I should have said this in the first place. What is reflected in Laura's heart?
Well, I'll take a little bit of line. I'll like look at the image of Laura a little bit and see if there's anything I can directly spot. And if there's like nothing, I'll go like, well, I see she has connections with others. I see from what I've seen she has a warrior spirit. She's strong. She seems reasonably competent in certain things. A bit judgmental of us who lurk in the dark, but I can't really blame her.
All right, I'm gonna break Kifabe here and say it's asking you what you see of yourself in Laura's heart.
Oh, okay. That's where you're directly going with this.
Yes. I'm trying to have you explain your heart link with Laura.
I figured that out like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. Well, God, my link with Laura? Well, I realized that, we're not so different. We're two people kind of trying to find some stuff. I know we both kind of have issues with people that, maybe we shouldn't have issues with. Me with whatever I used to be, whether it be nobody or somebody or whatever, and her with her own father.
All right. Roll plus heart. Is heart your highest stat?
Yes, it is.
All right,
I am
add
the
one
heart.
to it.
I am that.
No.
Yep, add +1 to it. To your roll as well.
So a +3 total. Wow, okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty solid.
All right. You see the red thread start developing a gold glow around it, and it looks like you could not break this without an extreme effort. Your heart link with Laura has been locked.
I figured you were gonna do that like 20 minutes ago too.
I'm sorry if abstractly you were trying to set something up.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it in universe without directly referring to the mechanics. That was a mistake.
Yeah, I know. No, I got it. I was just a little stupid, and I was also trying to play to my character's personality as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure more than a little bit. It was just you making jokes.
It's also kind of hard because I'm trying to remember when I made that heart link exactly with her. I remember pretty accurately.
Probably started.
If I think I remember, it also I formed that heart link with her back in. I think it was back in Agrabah, actually.
I
think that was back there.
So,
and I never spent it, so I guess I have a link with her.
So, okay, question for you. How many people here have seen Remind? Because I'm about to pull some stuff from that.
Alright, so spoilers.
I have not, but I don't care about spoilers, so.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, well, anyways, the remnant of Genox kind of like when Laura kind of confronts Xistund about what did you do, kind of follows the link, kind of flows into it and lands in the Xistund's dive to the heart.
The dive to a heart of nobody. All right, Xistund, I think that's a little bit of exposition. Oh, I get it. I get what you're doing with me. I like that. I like that.
Now I get what you're doing. That he's going through all of
All right, Xistund, I think that's a fun question that just to get you involved. Who would be some of the people shown in your dive to the heart?
Oh man, that is.
We don't have to detail this, okay?
Yeah.
But
Question though, just to keep us all involved.
yeah. Well, actually, a phantom of him is going to appear and ask you a question. So, what is the burning question Xistund has about Janox?
Why did you stab me?
No, that's what Janox has about Xistund.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now?
What am I going to do now? To be honest, I'm still figuring that out. I mean, it's complicated. I mean, you stabbed me, or at least whatever you represent, the person you represent stabbed me in back. I want to hope that our friendship can be mended and stuff, but I don't know. I really would like to try and continue with what I originally was meant to do. You know, use this whatever power I have to help people. As crazy as it is, me, the bad guy, doing that stuff.
Okay. Voice text on screen says, "Can you still be friends with one who stabbed you? The one who stabbed you? Struck you down. Let's go with struck you down. Not stabbed.
Stabbed you is not cryptic enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bitch.
Yeah, and you see a golden yellow thread between you and the Phantom Xistund.
It's gonna take some work, but I think so. Yeah.
You already have a locked light link with Xistund, so nothing changes here. But you see phantoms of kind of like both of the Sohoi they're all talking in the real world.
Sohoi's heart now?
Yeah, well, except for I had to be a little more tricky about this because I realized that Janox does not actually have a link with Sohoi at the moment.
Not really a mastery link, but I remember spending
it. Okay.
Yeah, you spent it. So instead, what you do is you see the two threads, kind of the light thread and the red thread, kind of pulling you towards a common joining point, and then you end up in Sohoi's dive to the heart. This one looks different because right now there is. It looks like it doesn't look like there's missing. It looks like there's a bunch of parts whited out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like whiteout. If there's like literally like the thing, it's like, what do you see? You see Millen and a bunch of empty places that like look like something's been scribbled over them.
I imagine it's kind of like, what if it was kind of like either a crescent shaped or a yin-yang shape, where like half of these kind of filled in with just normal soy hoya as I know, but the other side just completely whited out.
No, it's not like that because I'm trying to avoid any, because that stuff is too much like Ventus Veneta stuff, which this is not the same case.
No.
Oh, okay. It's not a Ventus Veneta situation.
No, it's like there are parts of him that have been blanked.
Oh. Huh. You know what? He's almost as empty as I am, apparently.
Alright, and Sohoi's phantasm appears and asks what question that Sohoi himself has towards Janox.
When we met, why did you bother at all?
Ooh, that's pretty juicy. You know, because in some ways, I guess I do kind of feel like you. I mean, I don't have much of a memory either of what's, and I feel equally as lost from all this chaos going around. And I saw you. Maybe part of me is the bad guy, but I saw someone with a key who, maybe not only could help us go around saving the world, but maybe could help me figure something out about myself.
God, the feels.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm gonna. Normally, I was gonna have the box of tests ask you how you feel about Sohei because you don't actually have a link, but I feel like at this point you pretty much answered that. And you are willing to make a heart link here because, damn it, you are trying to make a heart link here.
Yeah, that's definitely a heart link right there.
I mean, I thought that was all the irony about my character for being someone who's supposed to be a nobody. I ironically actually have heart as my strongest stat. So maybe that was me trying to foreshadow a bit of this twist. Alright, but that's just +2 or
+3, like
my normal
before. It's the same roll.
Alright, oh, okay, that's a solid 12. I'll take it.
Yep. So yeah, you see a golden red link appear between you and Sohei.
Jane, did we lose you?
No, it's just dark in Jane's place.
Can
moving.
can you hear us? Yes, we lost his. Yes, he lost. Yes.
You're kind of lagging out.
Yeah.
I may have to reconnect real quick. So
just
one
drop
moment.
the video. Let me say we just dropped Jane. Okay, well this gives me time to put the link in.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I still need that list of links from when I lost all my stats.
I will get that to you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Okay?
Thanks.
I forgot. Okay, I forgot.
I just gotta look at the video when we play.
Now that was weird. I don't know why it randomly cut out there. So, go ahead.
Okay, you are super robotic. Just stop your video. Stop your video. Feed.
Technical difficulties.
About.
Okay, can you try talking now?
Okay. Yeah, I had to turn off my video because I'm seeing if that helps the connection.
So. Okay.
Alright, now I can hear you, Thomas.
Yep. So yeah, so you formed the locked heart link with Sohei, and then phantoms of both Xistund and Laura appear. Their links kind of connecting you, and you feel... And suddenly you feel pulled, and suddenly you find yourself on one last dive to the heart. This one purely blank and white. And as you sit there, you see first the phantom of Xistund, then Laura, then Sohei all landing, and as each one lands, they kind of create like a ripple of and as each one lands, they kind of form a ripple that kind of Spanishes the white, and it forms an actual dive to the heart stained glass, revealing it from beneath the.
Yes. One minor thing. I assume it's not completely similar, but would it share similarities to, I believe, I think I showed you guys my dive to the heart I did ages ago for, actual me.
It can. It's up to you.
I mean, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out if personality-wise this would fit my character's idea, but in the meantime...
I will say one thing. The three of those little supporting portraits on yours is Sohei, Laura, and Xistund.
Oh yeah, I got that definitely.
And you see a
No signs of the Master or any of that, or sorry, the Forgotten Master or any of that old that I might have had originally. But yeah, these with the actual people who have made an impact in my life. That makes sense.
Yeah, and then you see a glowing light above you, and it kind of just starts like basically blinding everything out, and it fades to white. And we cut to outside the Sword of the Stone, where there's arguing about memories being lost. Where did you do with Janox? Wait, Janox is dead. What? You lost Janox and everything, and suddenly there is a flash of light, and suddenly there is Janox.
Ah, see? I knew things would work out. All my plans work out. Ha ha ha.
What?
Like the moment I'm back, I kind of like look around like a little shocked and surprised. I'm like, what? Oh, wait. I real again? Just the real world? No more crazy hard diving?
What?
Yeah, well,
You guys are not phantoms, are you?
I'm not sure what crazy drug-filled dream you went on, but
Oh, good. I immediately like give Duster like a gentle, like a punch to the face.
A gentle punch to the face, just.
A gentle punch to the face. What is a gentle punch to the face? Is it like?
No.
Like,
I was gonna give him a nudge, and then like, no, it makes sense. Like an actual punch. So like, give him a little payback. I don't know if I need to. Like, I imagine this isn't a real intent to harm. This is more of a strike to subdue or whatever.
Well, anyways, I don't think this is meant for a roll thing. This is a educational damage.
Educational.
If it failed, what would happen? If it succeeds, what happens? Nothing. There's no result either way.
My idea, though, is I give Xistund a good hard punch that he can feel it in this situation.
And I believe his response should be, I think I deserve that.
all right, I deserve that.
Good. Glad you realized that.
Also, Janox, I will point out, you do have those memories still with you.
Oh, by the way, Laura, just so we can all get maybe back on the same page, and I'll admit I wasn't exactly there for all of it, but here, I'm going to I will lean forward and try to re-implant the memories back in her head.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, roll plus...
That I think is
because you have to cast
mastery, which I believe is my second highest stat. 9, alright, that should hopefully be successful enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I did it in the character channel again. Oops. God, I gotta remember to do better about that.
Okay, yeah, you're fine on that. So.
Yeah, sorry. I sometimes accidentally do it. Like, oops.
Alright, well, you know what? So, I know I'm not going to have you pick from the options because this is just... We know what you need to do here. The memories Laura's memories are restored, but you realize you kind of feel a little weakness in yourself, and you realize, oh, you are not. That is, first off, number one, not as easy as it used to be, and two, you feel your nature has changed in a fundamental way. You are no longer the Linksmith playbook.
Oh, I imagine I should keep the base Linksmith stuff, but
you can do it. It just takes effort, kind of thing, more than
it will take more effort. Excellent. All right.
You are going to be switching to the memory playbook.
All right. I'll have to look that up then.
Yeah. No, I think we're trying to. I honestly feel like this is going to be part one of. This is effectively ends part one of the quests for Camelot.
I mean, you say it ends part one of it, but aren't we still in like frozen time? Isn't Merlin right here, like watching us do this? I don't think we ever said he left.
No, this ends the part 1 because this is going to be the last part we do before the break. I guess it's end of part 2, I want to say, because you had the initial stuff and then you had the stuff that is Janox and Xistund's issues work out.
Okay.
Trying to figure out like anything else we need to handle here in Camelot.
Well, we got to fix the hollowification of.
The various things going on. The hollification, getting the sword back in the stone so we can get the rightful person.
Yeah, we still need to do some more stuff. This is just the first part.
Yeah. I just wanted to kind of end it on a completion note.
Yeah, because we're gonna have a
we're gonna have a pre-planned break in it, and that gives me time to kind of figure out, okay, what the steps follow from this.
What exactly is part 2?
Exactly. We get a good 2 weeks to figure out where we're going next, how we resolve everything.
Yeah.
Where did Stitch go? Is Darth Maul gonna come back and stab us all?
Honestly, if Laura had followed you into the portal, I would have probably had Stitch show up to bail you out.
Now I kind of want Laura dived in instead. I'm violently joking.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I mean, you have a heart link with Stitch. He could also be on my dive to heart.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff you can do with that. I was just stating the ones based on the events at hand. Basically, you needed those. The big thing is you depend on your links to exist. Your stats are now equal to the number of that link you have, but if you ever roll a 1 on a roll, you have to lose a link.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw that in the basics for that archetype, and I thought that was pretty fun mechanic.
But you have a lot of links, so I think that's actually a good mechanic for you.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to be freaking rolling like boss now because I'm like, oh man, this person's really impactful. But I haven't had a lot of chance to roll, or if I have, it's either been more exciting to take the little roll or high enough that I don't need to spend a link.
Also, note here that those links it's not spend a link, it is lose a link. So you can lose even locked ones this way.
Yeah, I'm aware of this. That's why I'd probably keep my locked links for the worst scenarios.
Yep. So, anyways, I think that will be our wrap point. Any links that anyone wants to develop for this?
Forgotten Master, Dark Link.
All right.
Yeah, I think one important one I finally need to change here.
What do I need to roll?
Roll plus
I
dark.
don't know.
What's my dark?
0.
I don't know what my links with Janox or Xistund are, and I need to know what they are to see if they'll change.
Currently, you are a locked mastery with me. You have a dark. I think, yeah. No, that's a partner for Xistund and with Laura.
You do it. And you get to lock someone else's. You can lock another link.
I can?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I can't see my link because my eyesight's really bad.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to just quick. Okay, there, love, look up.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, and I can look here, too.
Yeah, but I figure it's a little easier when I maximize it on the top screen.
But since we're both forming dark link, that's a dark roll, right?
I'm gonna lock my link with Xistund.
Okay.
Right. Are the teaching relationships seems to be mostly done with Janox?
You can roll to form a different type of link there because you feel like.
I feel like Heart's more appropriate at this moment, although like Sohoy doesn't really know it yet.
Well,
yeah.
What I'm going to say is the stuff that happened in your heart you can feel, but not necessarily consciously know. So. Okay,
so the part where I actually considered changing it once before when I did that thing with the hollow bearing down on you, and I had like the boxcars to save you, and I'm like, oh, I could change it because big growth moment, but I decided not to. Anyway, okay, I'll roll for which stat? What do I roll for it?
Roll heart if you're trying to change it to a heart link. Is that your highest or your lowest, by the way?
Oh,
Neither.
okay, that's interesting. I was trying to roll to change my link with the master, but that's
a big failure. The big fail.
I did a reroll, so I think I can just accept this in this case and get some experience for it.
All right, you get experience from it, so I'm just trying to.
Yeah. What are we gonna do to the master? God, I was just trying to form.
What were you trying to? What kind of a link were you trying to form with him? Hold on.
I'm trying to form a dark link with him because.
All right.
Okay.
Here's. I have a suggestion.
Okay.
You get something closer to a mastery or a heart link instead, because he explained it, and part of you is like, if it really was for the right reasons.
Ooh.
Part of you can't stop that doubt. And so you don't hate him as much as you should.
I know. He did order my death, but yeah, I think maybe there's some part of me going, maybe at a point. It's something I don't want to admit to myself.
Right. But you can't hate him instead.
Was not a bad guy all along?
So, yeah. All right. So I did not see what people rolled there. My tabbing is kind of a little.
What? Jane rolled 1 and 1.
All right. So, yep. All right. Yeah. So what I'm gonna. So okay. So Jane, I'm gonna give you two options. You can have those maybe the master was right doubts and change it to a heart link, or you can keep your dark link you want, but the master knows you live. He feels it, and he feels the connection still.
I mean, we're probably going to have to deal with him anyway eventually.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'll need a moment to think on that while we cover the other one.
So you want to change your Janox link to a.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It changes. I want to change it to a heart link. I didn't get the 10 plus to I guess it was already locked, so it just
it's
changes.
already locked.
Okay.
So I'm just going to change it and refresh it.
Okay.
All right. Anything from Xistund?
I actually kind of want to form a link with Sohoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. We had the argument, and
You had your moment.
yeah.
You had a heart while I was inside everyone's hearts.
Uh,
I kind of see him as an equal, because he kind of bested me in combat. So I'm trying to think of what that would be like.
I mean, heart
That
is
might be a light link.
light is the I like him now. Heart is the I see myself in him.
Honestly, and dark links can be rivalries.
True. I mean, we normally associate Darkwing with someone just we hate, but it also could just. I think it did also say
Rivalry, yeah.
I think I'll form a rivalry with Soho.
Okay.
Right, so roll plus dark.
Darkwing is negative.
I believe my dark is now 0, so 8.
Okay, so you form a dark link
You
with
get it.
Sohoy.
Okay. I mean, in some ways, the rival would make some sense because we also have both of us have the ship thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is my ship. No, it's my ship.
But
Maybe we should just ship you.
So, anyways, for anyone who rolled their lowest stat during these link makings, you get an XP for any time you try to make a link with your worst stat.
Well, that wasn't me, so.
Alright, so,
I
so I don't think that was anyone, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Alright, so.
This game and experience for rolling so terribly.
Yep. thank you. Then I think that's good. For...
Tonight, yeah.
Really quick, should I declare it on air of what I decided here for my thing?
Have you decided?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a better story. The Forgotten Master knows I'm alive.
Okay.
I think that makes better story. Okay. I'm getting my link with him. I want him to know I'm coming for him. I know what he did.
Okay.
Yes. All right. In that case, let's go for the outro here. If I can remember actually. Okay. As always, you can join our Discord with a link down in the description to chat with us and discuss the channel or channel adjacent to our topics, or else you want to. Like, why is the Forgotten Master such a dick? You can also follow us on Twitter at Tales Across to get updates from us and be notified when the channel goes live. Character art is done by friend of the show, Carl. Links below to their DeviantArt and Ko-fi account. Finally, like and subscribe to get both future content and help us reach a wider audience. So to those watching us in the past, present, and future, remember to lean on those bonds with your friends. And good night.